The time period that I was on the Blue Valley School Board was one of the most rewarding civic experiences that I've ever had in my life, because it brought you face to face with, a tough problem. I mean, educating students is not easy to do. When we do a good job at Blue Valley, we're creating people that are going to be contributing members to society.
You want the best for your kids, and they need to keep up with the rest of the world. And if we don't give them the best possible education, we're going to fall behind.
One of the magics of Blue Valley is how they fit their education and how they individualize it to each child. And it is worth every penny of the resources that our local community and our state, and in particular, the Blue Valley Education Foundation spends on those kids. It makes my town better.
These are educators who are on the front lines. They know what their kids need to learn. They know the tools that can maybe take them to the next level. And so having this additional money to fund things that wouldn't get funded, whether it's a reading program or a robotics program or something for the library or something for special needs kids that they wouldn't have, that's why it's important. It wouldn't happen if it weren't for people who are generous and believe in what we're doing.
Now, frankly, in today's environment, there's limited resources at the state level. The state's saying, we want to provide an adequate education. That's one of the terms that's used in the law. I think most of us would kind of rebel at the word adequate. I mean, adequate is a baseline, and I think we want something better than that. And I do think that when you've got the motive, and the motive is a lot of the parents and a lot of the administrators and a lot of the teachers, and you combine that with a little bit of money, I think the returns could be dramatic in the long run.
You want to keep your community healthy. You want them to succeed. And in that respect, I'm hoping that sometimes I changed one person's life, that somebody will turn around one day and just say, you changed something. You made me feel important.
I'm just one of many champions, right? This community steps up to support the Blue Valley Educational Foundation. This is generous people taking their own hard-earned money and donating it. It's also great sponsors, companies who believe in what we're doing in our schools here. And so when we walk in, I represent all of them.
You wish that the funding in America was so great that it matched how Americans prioritize education. But it doesn't always. And so that's going to create gaps. And that gaps might be football helmets. But it also might mean cuts in areas where maybe not the strongest kid starts getting left behind. We count on our schools, our school systems, to make sure that those kids lead meaningful lives in this society, because every kid can. And so if the places like the Blue Valley Education Foundation aren't well funded by the people in this room, the people in this town, the people who have been blessed by being members of Blue Valley, then that kid might get left behind.